on into the room. Be coachable, teachable, trainable. Post your city and state for where you are catching this specific Watch Me Work Wednesday from. I greatly appreciate that. I am Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton, your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business. So should you choose to do so. And today's Watch Me Work Wednesday is how to use your domain effectively in lead generation. So of course, last week we discussed how to use your domain effectively inside of social media. And this week we are focusing on lead generation. So now that you understand what and why we are here to learn, I am going to take an opportunity to roll the initial promo video for you guys who actually follow us Tuesday through Friday. So you on Watch Me Work Wednesdays can get a little bit of that information as well. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton here, updating you about our daily live training and follow-up live open office hours. Join me every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, Go High Level, AI technology, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident. And the best part is after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to this YouTube channel. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company, or as an entrepreneur who could possibly be struggling in your business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each weekday. So if you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you now know you need to do to get your assets in order. Yes. Please get your assets in order. So again, come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, post your city and state where you're catching this information from so that I can ensure that I am reaching you in these internet streets. So I also know to where from hence each and every one of you are located, so that just giving me a little bit more information about who and where and what and when and why this value is being expanded to and reached to out in these internet streets. So typically on these Watch Me Work Wednesdays, I am covering specific information that relates to what it is that you guys need. I have a set of notes that I like to follow to make sure that I am doing what I can to stay on task and on topic, making sure that I'm giving you all the value that I feel that you need. So in the month of February, we are building and scaling brands, and we're discussing everything from social media to lead generation, to customer conversion, to branding maintenance, and more. And so I want to make sure that we stay on task. And so on last week, what we were discussing was the use of the branded domain in social media. And this week, we are going to talk about the use of your branded domain inside of lead gen. And specifically on this week, a part of what we're going to be covering deals with what many of you may not be aware of, and that is the specifics of how you are actually able to look professional, do more professionally, and how these domains and subdomains can be a powerful tool for your lead generation, right? For you to be able to generate those leads. And in today's segment, I'm going to show you a step-by-step area that actually pertains to optimizing the landing pages. So on today's live, we are going to be discussing landing pages. And so therefore, I wanted to make sure I coupled this information with how you can use your domain to capture leads through optimized landing pages, trackable links, and email opt-ins. Okay. And so we're going to have a bit of hands-on on-screen information, and I'm going to walk you through certain areas that we can use to use your branded domains and subdomains more effectively to generate leads. This is a crucial step that you need to grow your audience and convert the interest that your audience is having into actual action. Okay. So one of the questions that you may be asking directly off top could be, what or why are domains so key in your lead generations? Well, your domain creates a direct path to your offers, right? While your subdomains can help you target a specific audience, right? So if I were to show you the use of domains and subdomains, which I've done several times in the past, you can actually go over to SWB, that's Simplified Web Brand, SWB, and you were able to look at the Simplified Web Brand breakdown explanation, download the cheat sheet that comes with that branding and everything, walk through the entire use case of those domains. You'd be able to see the use of those domains in different platforms from different people for different products, for different services that I offer in a lot of that video. And one of the ways that I decide to best utilize it, and let's see if I can get this specific screen open to help you guys. Let's see here. And I know this is going to be the wrong one. Yeah, there we go. So here inside of the web address itself, the web home, MartinaBrittYelverton.com. Let me go over and make sure I'm sharing the screen, and I'm not. So there we are. Now I am actually sharing the screen. There we go. If we go over to the web domain, MartinaBrittYelverton.com, it lands you here on the main page, and it gives you the information for the website for myself. Then if we go and we target $deals.MartinaBrittYelverton, dollar deals being the subdomain portion of the main domain, Martina Britt Yelverton, is going to land you here on the actual landing page for this particular offer. Okay, so this is an example of me directing you to a specific area. Now, if I were to tell you that you could go and use a brand new fresh domain, let me pull this one down onto the screen so you can see the body of me typing it in a bit better, and hopefully this will make sense to you. If I go to SMART, Smart Goals, I promise you it can spell, .MartinaBrittYelverton.com. This is me using the subdomain portion here to get you to a specific landing page. And the landing page that I want you to arrive at is this specific one for the 7 steps to your SMART goals, right? This is a free offer that I have for you guys to be able to get access to this specific mini class, master class, whatever you want to refer to it as, but it is a teaching on how to set up your SMART goals. Okay. So in showing you that, the reason I'm showing you that is because there is a difference per where I want you to land, meaning I'm controlling the information that I'm giving you in an easy format for not only for me to remember, but for you to receive, but for my system to be able to see that when I put this link out, it's having you land at this particular place. Okay. And the way that you would set that up is you would be able to connect it to a specific location based on the specific subdomain portion that you utilize from your main domain. Okay. These subdomains are like a micro directive that you're giving people so that you can actually see the ease of use of your subdomain. And it helps you promote specific lead magnets over other lead magnets. Now, again, this is the one that I just typed in here for you to see. If we go to SMART Goals, it brings you to this specific landing page here. If we were to then type in dollar deals, it brings you to this specific landing page here. If we were to type in, let's see, cheat sheet, it's going to take you to this specific Google Drive document here. right? And all of these, again, are based on my main domain. I'm going to type this again a little bit slower so you can see it. See, this first portion here is called cheat sheet, but the balance of it is MartinaBrittYelverton.com. All right. I am taking you to a specific lead magnet for you to get whatever that particular offer is, but I'm utilizing my main domain to do that. So I don't have to pay for a different domain for every particular offer that I have. I can use my main domain to direct you where I want to go in order for you to receive what it is that I need for you to receive, and in order for me to generate that lead from you. So by me making the request for you to go to Smart Goal and you coming in and filling out your email address and your name and proceeding to check out to get access to the course, this is the culmination of me converting that lead, right? Me actually putting out there lead generation material. And by you completing the actual form with your email address and your phone number, that is considered converting a lead. This is lead conversion. So I generated the lead by putting content out there and requesting that if you wanted to receive the content, you would utilize this particular URL or email URL or address, which was smartgoals.martinabrittYelverton.com. And then I would be able to go and view my analytics to see that this information was received. However, as soon as this information is sent in and you check out for free, it actually shows up inside of my CRM. That's my customer retention management system. And I now have your contact information and I can continue to be in contact with you, right? So that is how that is done. Now, I can show you how to create a subdomain for a lead magnet. Easy peasy. So I'm going to show you this as an example, even though I already have this already pre-set up and it lands where I need it to land. So let's see if I can do this. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here full on the screen, and I'm going to go over to my domain provider. Now, I am an affiliate for GoDaddy. I have several affiliate options that I have, but let's just use this one, which is domains dot Family First Designs in this case, but I also have it in short URL for domains.martinabrittYelverton.com as well. But for the purpose of what we're saying and what you see me typing up here in the top, it's domains.familyfirstdesigns.com. Okay, that is going to bring you over here to where you can access your ability to purchase your domains. It's also where an individual who currently has a domain or a set of domains or subdomains with my affiliate option through GoDaddy, they are also available to log in this area. Okay, so they would go up here to the sign in area and they would elect to sign in, and depending on who this specific client is. And today you see pre-populated from a previous time that I had logged in. You see the client, Stephanie J. Sanders. So, but specifically for this one, we're going to log into the admin system for where my domains are located. And that is my login or whatever. I log in here, but because I am conscious of the fact that I do put a lot of this information out here on the web, I intentionally have two-step authentications set up on all of my and my own clients' domains so that there is a secondary process that happens before you are available to log in and access any of the domains, okay? And so I also own all of my kids' names pretty much as well. All right. And so specifically, we're going to log into this account. Again, if you watched last week, you saw me go in and create this, but I'm showing you as it pertains to this week, dealing with lead gen. Okay. So here inside of this area, I'm going to go into my DNS area, and I'm going to go to my forwarding area. So if you already have the location set up for where it is your lead magnet, or where your course is, or where your funnel is, or whatever the end result landing place is, then that is the address that you will use. Okay, so we're setting this up in conjunction with MartinaBrittYelverton.com. And since today's title is how to effectively use this for lead generation, say I was trying to get someone to end up over for the ABC's wait list that I have, right? And I'm going to go ahead and select enter. And that's going to take us to this particular page, right? This is the landing form where I want the individual to end up at. So I would grab that particular address right there because that is where I want this lead to end up at, right? And then I would go into my actual domain system and I would create the subdomain forwarding address. And I would say for this, I'm just going to call this one ABC's demo, just because we're doing this demo, right? And that address that I just grabbed out of there, I'm going to populate it here. I myself already know it's a secure form, and I prefer to use the temporary option because that is the quickest to me that I've noticed that it actually generates the specific link that we want it to generate. And again, any changes, I have to require that I enter my authentication code that varies per every, 30 seconds, 45 seconds or something like that, right? And so now that subdomain, as quickly as you just saw me create that, is actually an actionable step, is live on the web, and I can utilize it. So again, if I want them to land here, I'm not going to be able to remember all of this bells and whistles that are in this address. Do y'all see this? I'm not going to remember all of that. However, if I go in and I type specifically ABC's demo, I believe that's what we just titled, Martina, Britt, Yelverton.com, and I hit enter. I don't know if it was ABC or ABC's. We'll see in a moment. It populated, if you saw the screen blink quickly, it pre-populated to this particular form that I wanted it to populate to. Okay, so that's how quickly you're available to take any particular lead magnet, any landing page, any funnel, any specific address that you have on the web where you want a person to end up at. You are available to create the subdomain based on the main domain and have that person end up at your free guide, your webinar registration, wherever you're wanting to end at, so that they can easily, quickly, clearly follow a call to action and get there. Okay, so if I specifically were setting up a link for a specific live, such as tomorrow's live, I would be able to go to that live and I would be able to say, here for optimized tomorrow, we are building optimized landing pages that you see here. We're building this live tomorrow, build optimized landing pages for success. So if I wanted to right click and I wanted to grab that link for this particular live we're doing tomorrow, then I would be able to go back into my domain provider here and create a forward. And in that forward, maybe we want to say, let's see, check list. All right, so let's call it LP for landing page checklist, right? And we want people to land on that webinar tomorrow. And that's all we would have to do. We're going to call it LP checklist, right? And those of you who are catching this Watch Me Work Wednesday, I will develop for you a landing page checklist, right? And when you go to lpchecklist.martinabrityelverton.com, because you have watched this specific Watch Me Work Wednesday for you guys and you guys only, I will have populate onto the screen a specific checklist for you guys. I will not leave that live for anyone that is actually going to be watching the training tomorrow. I will not have that posted anywhere except for those of you who are catching this specific Watch Me Work Wednesday. lpchecklist.martinabrityelverton.com. I'm mentioning that one here because I am endeavoring to be able to utilize this platform to show you guys the lead gen option that I'm giving this specific Watch Me Work Wednesday only access to. And next week, when we run that Watch Me Work Wednesday, I will pivot back to this and show you the case study on where that link was used and how many people landed on that Watch Me Work Wednesday. Again, endeavoring to show you guys how you can use your terminology to actually create the interest around the lead, to give people the URL subdomain for them to be able to get to a specific location. And in this regard, it will be a checklist that I set up. So right now, you heard me set it up to point to the webinar. However, when this goes live and this is mentioned and this is accessed through this Watch Me Work Wednesday only, when you guys actually type in lpchecklist.martinabrityelverton.com, you will not be directed to the video, but you will be provided an actual checklist for setting up a landing page. Okay. And that is the way you could utilize your subdomains in lead generation. Again, I could go into, how to create the optimized landing page, which we're going to do tomorrow, how to set up some tags and all of that, and how to actually incorporate domains into email campaigns and all of that. A lot of that will be covered in depth on tomorrow because, of course, when you actually end up at a landing page, you want to have some kind of follow-up system that follows up with them once they access the landing page. Much like when you guys go and you complete the information for the SMART goals and you get this, as soon as you enter your information, immediately in your email, what is received is, and I'll do this one just for posterity's sake so I can pull up the email quickly, but let's use Brandmaster at familyfirstdesigns.com, and I'll go Martina. And I'll put BM demo and I'll select to proceed to checkout. Okay. So what I'm going to do, even though, because I've already used Brandmaster, let's see, I need an extra email address that I have not yet used. Let's see, because make sure I test all of this before I actually make it go live. So of course I've done several different testings for this one. What is another? Oh, I have access to Julian's. So let's go. All right. And so this is one of the emails that we have set up for him. So now that I've actually, and it's going to proceed me to checkout, I'm going to see if I can pull up on a separate window here and access. Probably have to do it on my phone. Yeah. So what you see here is it says, thanks for signing up. We have sent you an email with your login credentials. Okay. So hopefully, because I'm right here in this one, when I go ahead and click view dashboard, it'll go ahead and open it. But if not, I may have to pull it open on my phone. And yeah, so because it's logging me directly into where I am an admin, it may give me an error message, but I should be able to show you guys momentarily. Yeah, it pulled me here. So let's see if I can pull it up on my phone, because I do have access to that particular account. I have access to both of my kids' accounts on my phone just to make sure we doing things on the up and up. Okay, so let me tap it here on my phone and let's see if I can pull up the camera to show you actually live here on the camera. And let's slide that up so you guys can see it. So let's see if I can show you actually here on the camera. All right, so if you guys can see there, it says, welcome to the Brand Masterminds membership access. Your journey starts here, and you see his name and you see the rest of the information there. All right. Also, in addition to that, if you scroll down a little bit more, it tells you the actual name of the service, 7 steps to your SMART goals. This is the automated email. And again, it has first time login information, support information. So there is the first time login information. It also has support information in that email. This was all auto generated. You guys did not see me sit here and do this. It has next step as well as a reminder, right? And then at the very bottom, it has a login button. And so use of that login button, if I tap it, it will actually log me directly into the portal that you just saw there on the screen. Okay. So I'm hoping that that is showing up pretty clearly, and you see it's a first time login. Hello, Brandmaster team. That's because it pivoted over to myself as the actual owner of the account, because on that phone, that's the way that it's registered. So again, guys, understand that you are available to use your subdomains, because there is no way you would be able to remember when you set up your courses, would you be able to remember this type of an extension. But all of my courses, all of my communities and everything are attached to the Learn, Lead, and Level Up domain, the BrandYOU Access community, the membership community, and everything. But again, once you select to utilize your subdomains, and you have your back end system set up correctly, it will automatically do what it needs to do, right? To reach out to your people via email, to go ahead and let them know that their login has been approved in case they happen to miss this specific step where it says view dashboard, right? Or at a later date, when it's time for them to log in, they won't have to search through all of their email to try and figure out which specific one. They will be prompted. They will be sent multiple emails or SMSs that say, hey, log in here. Hey, you signed up for this program. There will be a follow-up sequence that's set that's saying, hey, I see you bought this course 7 days ago. How has your first week of setting your SMART goals gone? That is a system of follow-up that you utilize to continue to nurture the lead that you actually generated. Okay. And so again, even though next week on Watch Me Work Wednesday, we're discussing how to use your domain effectively in customer conversions, one of the things that I can go ahead and have you know very well and understand now, in customer conversion, you want to make sure that you are nurturing them. You want to make sure that you're giving them enough information for them to make an informed decision to purchase the product, but you also want to make sure that you're giving them enough of a follow-up to continue to nurture them in the journey or the customer journey that you have set up for them. Okay. Okay, and because my son has just come home, Baku is absolutely losing his mind. So I had to press mute for just a moment there. So I hope that makes sense to you guys and you can understand why it is set up the way that it is set up. So that, again, it is not only set up for your customers to be able to find your information easily, but also it's set up for you to be able to deliver your information more simplistically, more organized, making sure that your lead generation, your domain strategy, those landing pages, and the growth of your audience are all in a very easy, simplified method so that, again, it's easy for you to navigate, but it's also easy for your customers or clients or prospects who are looking out here on the internet to make themselves more familiar with you. So I'll ask this question. What's the one way you've used in the past or will use in the future with regards to your domain and your subdomain to capture leads? I'll ask that question again. What's the one way? And let me put that onto the screen so you guys can see it as well, just in case my little follow-up sequence is not doing what it needs to do to ensure that it's capturing what I'm saying. And I'll go ahead and pop that question here. What's the one way that you've used in the past or will use in the future with regards to your domain or subdomain to capture leads, right? Because the reason you want to do that, again, is to make it as simple as possible of a process, right? So that people can find what they need to find in as simplistic of a method or process or journey as possible, right? Again, you want to make sure that you are making this simple and easy for people. You need them to understand the path that you want them to take. You need them to be able to remember what that path is. You need to know pretty simply, as you creating the content or you creating the URL or you creating that subdomain, as simple as possible, so that when they land on your information, it's a clear direction that they have actually landed where you intended, what the headline is, what it is that they are to do when they get there, what that call to action is, and making that opt-in form as simple as possible to create the least amount of friction with them to be able to get what it is that they came to your site to get. Okay, so you want to make sure that you use this all across all of your platforms, and my hope is that you will go ahead and implement the strategy in your lead generation so that your customer conversions will go up. Thank you for your time on today. I really appreciate you guys. And next week, like I said, we're going to be discussing how to use your branded domain effectively in your customer conversions and what happens next. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina with Yelverton here, updating you about our daily live training and follow-up live open office hours. Join me every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, Go High Level, AI technology, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident. And the best part is, after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to this YouTube channel. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company, or as an entrepreneur who could possibly be struggling in your business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each weekday. So if you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you now know you need to do to get your assets in order.